So I want to keep the retro series thing going, and I think I'm going to alternate between FIFA and then another older football game. For example, Adidas Power Soccer, which I looked back at in a recent video. The last retro video was FIFA 99, which means it's time again for something not FIFA. And to be honest, this just barely qualifies as a football game. Released in 2000, developed by EMG and published by Microids, The Mission is a PS1 game that is based on a Nike advert of the same name. It centres around the Geo Merlin ball, which has been stolen by ninjas, and you control the task force that's been set up to get it back. No, you haven't gone insane, I really did just say that sentence. And yes, I'm sure this is still a FIFA channel. Let's all just take a deep breath and have a little look at it. These guys should be ashamed of themselves. And these. The aforementioned task force is made up of Davids, Thuram, Henry, Haman, Guardiola, Cannavaro, Cole, Kanu and Figo. That's good stock, that's good footballing stock. How these guys allowed their name to be attached to this, I've no idea. They're all playable, although you'd be hard pushed to tell any difference from a statistical point of view, especially in game. There's just one mode, which is the story mode centering around you retrieving the Geo Merlin ball from some evil ninjas. I'm not sure why they couldn't just hit up JJB and grab another, but that wouldn't make for a very interesting game, I guess. Is that Louis van Gaal? You need to first steal the ball back from its plinth in this opening level before escorting it to safety through what appears to be a museum. Getting the ball back in the first place is an absolute nightmare, as it's guarded by invisible lasers. Thankfully, as we all know, professional footballers all have power-ups in some form, and handily, Edgar Davids' glasses allow you to actually see the lasers, but I don't think that makes getting the ball any easier. Once you have it, the fun starts, right? It's a football game of sorts, so the ball is the most important component. So now you're in a room and you just need to smash this box on the wall to escape to the next part of the museum. Only problem is, the controls are so shit, it's just impossible. Get the ball off the plinth, try and fail to hit the box within the time limit, die of a migraine. Get the ball off the plinth, try and fail to hit the box within the time limit, die of a migraine. Repeat until blood pours from your eyes. Seriously, I did this for an hour. I have an hour of footage of me doing this over and over and over before I just gave up. I figured it must just be me. There's no way a game could get to retail that was so broken you can't get past the first objective. Form an orderly queue to make your own "what about FIFA" jokes in the comments. So I fired up the tutorial, and that's no fucking better. You have a pass button, hot button, driven shot that takes an age to power up, and the weakest chip shot you've ever laid eyes on. So the first stage is broken. The tutorial offered no help whatsoever, and I had the arsehole. So I did what anyone else would do. I cheated. I looked up level codes online to jump ahead and see if things were a little bit better later on in the game, and they are a bit. It's certainly more interesting when you actually have someone to fight. Remember the ninjas? Well, they're a little bit pissed off that you've stolen their ball, and they want it back. So they come at you mob-handed, armed with some sort of blue lasers. What do you mean ninjas don't have lasers? Of course they do. Idiot. Once they have the ball back off you, they just stand there, and they're not particularly organised, so they then bunch together, making slide tackling all of them a doddle. But you have to take them out quickly, as they do fight back and can send you to the game over screen by giving you a pretty nasty stomachache. Stages have traps like this green box that stop you from moving, game over if both your players get caught in it, and like most museums, there are also huge flame traps that shoot up from the floor. You probably didn't notice them the last time you were there, but try touching the Diplodocus at the Natural History Museum. I dare you. The shitty controls and ridiculous power-up time on shooting mean that you spend most of your time running far enough away from the ninjas to turn and power a shot hard enough to knock them over. I don't know what this is. Skills. Kill the last one and you move to the next room, and as painful as it all is, it's actually quite worth it to see this celebration. Uh-oh, laser wall. Killed all the ninjas, but how will we get around the laser wall? 5 minutes of running about blindly before just kicking it down should do it. So anyway, unlike most of the other games I will go through in this retro series, I'd never played this before until I picked it up recently, and I had high hopes for some reason. Mainly I guess because no one could expect any game to be as bad as this is. There is a reason that official PlayStation Magazine UK labelled this as the worst PlayStation game ever made, and I've just shown you it. It's just balls. No pun intended. I couldn't get this out of my PS3 fast enough. Next time we'll definitely be going back to the main FIFA series with FIFA 2000. Get this shit out of it.